What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Not Wait. And on today's episode of Drive Me to 1,000, episode 2, we are talking about Wednesday. I believe it's, the September 29th. That's the date. Had to double check, didn't know. Just talking about Uber today. Wasn't anything super eventful. In fact, it was actually kind of slow. Recently here, I don't know if it's been anything going on with the city in particular. As I drive around in Pinellas County, I go up and down all of Pinellas County, especially the downtown St. Pete area. Unfortunately, there was a small disagreement that they had. These two people who, so it wasn't like a mass shooting or anything, but somebody did get shot. Not too long ago here. It wasn't today. It wasn't, as I was driving through, but it was the area that I happened to drive through, and it's a pretty normal, chill area, where people go and hang out, mainly college kids, and people who live in downtown St. Pete. And it's something that's kind of odd. I believe they said it was over a parking spot, but I'm not sure. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that, why there's not a lot of people out and about. It's been a couple days. Again, it was an isolated incident. So I don't know if that's been affecting it or affecting the area. But it has been following a trend of just this area, kind of Pinellas County, not being as busy as it typically is. Before you could just drive around at night and, make $100 in a couple hours. Now it's getting to the point where it's you'll get an order for $10 every 2 hours. Otherwise, it's, $2 an order, $3 an order. And I kind of set a high bar for myself, that bar being that I'm not going to accept an order unless it's at least $5 for 15 minutes. If I'm spending, $3 or $4 I'm getting for this order, and I got to drive 20 to 30 minutes and then also wait for the food, another 5 to 10 minutes, it's not going to be worth it financially. I may not make the price of gas. You could spend $20 a day in gas driving all over the county. Especially some of the times that I drive, there's days, there's nights, but nights, or say even late nights, let's say I get stuck out until late nights, super early in the morning, there's not a lot open. So with the closure of a lot more stuff, and with everything, I've gotten quite a few orders from a Subway and a Wendy's, oddly enough, back to back. The Subway, I got there and she's like, we're out of bread. I can't make any sandwiches. It's oh, okay. I mean, I get it. There's nothing you can do about that. And I get to the Wendy's, and the Wendy's is no, we're closed early. None of our staff showed up. It's oh, okay, great. And McDonald's, now it's, of course, super busy because they got the issue fixed. But before, had a large issue like that. I'd show up and they say, hey, we're only doing Uber orders right now, which was thankful, because I'm the Uber person. But if you wanted just McDonald's late at night, you couldn't go to that McDonald's because they were super short-staffed. And at some points, they didn't even do Uber orders. So nothing really crazy as far as order-wise that I did personally, just some, information to think about. If you're thinking about getting an Uber, make sure your area is extraordinarily good for it, or at least pretty decent. My area used to be super good, and on certain days it is super good. But noticeably, I've been noticing that just your average sort of, weekday, weeknight, not super busy as of late. Again, it's been following a trend as of recent during coronavirus. It was super in the lockdown, I should say. During lockdown of what we had of it over here, where people weren't really going out as much, nobody was going to work, Uber was super popular. That's when I started, and it was super big. Now it's getting to be a little bit less so, as people are free to go wherever they want and pick up food, eat in restaurants, whatever they need to. I don't know how the holidays are going to affect that coming up, but again, who knows? So not super crazy. 6 orders, didn't make a whole lot of money from it. But it was just pretty relaxing night, which was nice. Got to drive around a little bit, not a lot of people on the road. So overall, it was a pretty relaxing, easy night. But just not as crazy as far as the amount of orders and the type of orders that I have. So that's driving to 1,000 number 2. Again, this may take a little bit longer if I'm only doing 6 orders a night. I was planning on 10 to 12 orders a night as per usual. But today I think it's just going to be a little bit off week, but it's cool. We get to learn something different, experience something new. And tough situations make strong people. So I hope you guys like this video and you're staying up to date and are excited about getting to 1,000 Uber orders as I am. And I shall see you and update you all next time. Peace.